the massacre. And again, man, I so much respect for him for doing this. All right, I just wish he had a bigger budget. Essentially, right? Instead of spending like £2,000 or £3,000, I wish he was able to spend 20. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful that he's making these at all. I could look up Citadel video. Yeah, so here's his version of the massacre.
Perigny, I'm waiting.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but the news I have must be given first to the king.
Now, what's the matter? Why must I always be interrupted? And I was winning.
Your pardon, sir, but...
And again, I mean, like, it's just, I don't know, I just don't think it works, right? Can you just set him up with, it's not called Callum Weston, is it? One second, that's his name on his channel. His channel is, hang on, what's this guy's name? Who did this? It is, he's a kid, man. He just knows what he's doing. Mel Meanley. Mel Meanley, also known as Dino Puff, right? His version of Celestial Toymaker. Oh, so beautiful. Absolutely so beautiful. That is the standard. And I don't understand, like, how somebody did that on his own. How it's not happening more, right? It's beyond me, right? It's very beyond me. Anyway. So, yeah, man, I'm loving the Ian Levine stuff, right? I'm absolutely adoring it. With now my stage play taps Robert Sheehan, Suze Kempner. Fucking hell. Suze Kempner's playing one of the... Who's she playing? Oh. God, it sounds awful. So, I'm really... Robert Sheehan, good. Suze Kempner, are you out your fucking mind? Like the film, blah 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 blah. Set feature Richard Grant. We went on holiday by mistake. But okay, who's she playing? We'll be playing with now. Ados Sidiku is playing Marwood. Malcolm Sinclair. So who's Suze Kempner? And Suze Kempner. Blimey, she's right at the bottom. Who is this person? Uncle Monty. Joining them will be Andy, Adam Young, Israel J. Fredericks, presuming Ed, Morgan Phillip, Wanker, Jake the Poacher, Matt Devitt, Farmer, Colonel and Band, Adam Sop, Geezer, Policeman, Band and Musical Director. And Sue's going, oh, fine, there she's got as Miss Bison Hassett, Policewoman, and Bad. So she's an extra. Fuck me. She's like an extra. A deeply untalented extra. Yay, look at me. I'm Suze Kempner. Oh, anyway, this was actually quite interesting. Shall we look at this on the Big Finish site? Because somebody told me about this, but I didn't actually see it. It's happening on Friday. So they Big Finish site. They're continuing River Song. And look, for me, the range had totally run out of steam, right? Absolutely, totally run out of steam. There you go, like news. So I was like, I don't think I even got the last one. Oh, I can't bring myself to listen to this one either. Morbius, right? God, I'm scared it's going to be shit. And I'm trying to listen to the Quinn Dilemma, right? But I'm just. It just feels like so much bloody work, right? I'm just like not feeling it in any way, shape, or form, right? There's so many Colin Baker stories which are enjoyable, and I don't feel like it's work to listen to, right? And there's nothing wrong with it per se. Yeah, why is it still showing that screen? Oh no, it's all right. Fine. So, Alex Against the Stars and Death and Life of a brand new series of full cast audio dramas coming soon from Big Finish. 1 second. So, wait. River Song. What's the last one they brought out? We'll do sort by release date recent first. Yeah, so I didn't bother with Series 8. which had in it canines and mechanoids, and it just looked boring. I think I got a Series 7, and I regret. I know Series 6 was the last one I got. I think maybe I got Series 7 and regretted it, but I don't think so. Then they wheeled out the Weeping Angel. Look, basically this series was built for River Song to be with classic Doctors, right? That's the point of it. So this one, which is with Paul McGann, and there's a Ersatz Doctor, was very good, the first one. But $37.90 for the download. You're having a laugh, all right? That's ridiculous. No one's going to be paying that. I mean, you genuinely are having a laugh, all right? And it's not even worth that, right? Anyway, so the first, that's like $10.99. That's, if you want to sell it, that's what it is. It's $9.99, and that's fair. If you can't do it at that price point, this business isn't going to work. Simply, right? So then you got the River Song with Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker. How many more people would listen to this if it was $9.99? Right? Or they could do a streaming service. So then they had Fifth Doctor, and they bought Madame Kavorian, and none of that one really didn't work. It was some kind of copy of the Fourth Doctor. I don't know why they didn't do Tim Treloar in the Third Doctor. But no, then they did a bunch of Masters in the next one, which, I don't know, they were doing lots of Master stuff at the time. It was just kind of becoming a bit grating, right? I did buy that one. Then it had River Song. This is the last one where she stepped into older stories, right? So she stepped into Talons of Weng Chiang and An Earthly Child. I can't remember what else. Web of Fear. Oh, they had the same actor who played Captain Knight in Web of Fear, but he sounded like he was 103 now. River Song. It didn't work, right? He should have been playing a different character, or they should have had him aged somehow or something. I don't know. It just didn't bloody work, right? Sadly, right? Sadly. Or, from AI, you could do voice to voice with AI, right? You could modify his voice to sound like his young voice, right? And then you at least would have got his performance. But who cares? He was kind of an extra 60 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever. Anyway, then Weeping Angels, fuck me, last attempt at the Desperate. And Robots that didn't bother. You see, it just pitted out. Say the New Recruit one was actually really good. This one I liked a lot, where she was with the 1970s unit. That was, but it's not 30 worth 37 fucking 90. I mean, not even with a blowjob from Alex Kingston. I mean, really. And then Two Rivers and a Firewall. Who knows? I have no idea. I have no how they stopped trying to tie into Doctor Who at this point, I think. And you had River Song with Jackie Tyler, which I think is a very good combination versus the Crotons. Look, that's a good idea. I'm just I'm done at this point. Right? I was like, there's no life left in this at all. Lizzie Hopely, Tim Foley, James Goss, and Lou Morgan. It doesn't sound that great. Also got Camille Goodroy and Nina Tucson White. Is it The Smugglers Inn, A Cornish Coast on the 18th Century is Under Attack. Never Deal with the Excise Men. What are the Crotons? Running a health spa. Fine. The Chromosome 1, among the wreckage of the planet, an old lady treasures a terrible relic that reminds her of a son. River Song has come to take it away. That's a bit down. River Song exploring and seeking the hive. Her sister is trapped in the ruins of the... Fuck off! Crotons in one story. Why are you selling it as that? So I'm like, it was just creatively dead, right? I don't think they will be able to sell it. Anyway, an archaeologist from 52nd century, born and raised to be an assassin, destined to marry her intended target and to have many of her own adventures too. Honestly, too many, sadly. Just enough already. President Rick's very messy timeline began and maybe ended when she appeared in 2008 episode of Silence in the Library. Yeah, I like that. I mean, look, a lot of this is really clever, good writing by Moffat, right? Which I know a lot of people hated. I was speaking only about how great what's it called again? Horror Fang Rock is just the unpretentiousness of it, right? Which is like the polar opposite to Stephen Moffat. Like, you know, labyrinthy. I mean, I like both of them, but like, listen, I like the Moffat years. Honestly, I do. I think it was a success much more than a failure. Anyway, since then, acting has reprised the roles numerous times in Big Finish productions, including her own series, The Diary of River Song, which ran from 2005 to 2023. And starting August 24, she will carry on the role in a brand new Death and Life of River. I understand what you're telling me. Like, how is this different in any way, right? Unless it's one unified story, right? Which that's a much better way of getting people to buy things, by the way. The first box set in the series, Last Words, written by Robert Valentine. It begins with River after settling down in the afterlife in the library computer, finding herself waking up in Earth's future. Her consciousness has been temporarily transferred to a new body. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Okay, I mean, that's certainly an interesting idea. Okay, I'm not sold yet. I don't think I will, because I'm not that like in love with the character. But that's they're moving her forward. Alec Henson said, "We've gone post-library. We've done another episode in the past where I was within the database, which I loved, and I thought it's the only way you could go forward with River, given her situation." So I was actually really surprised when this box set came my way, and we are now so far advanced in the history of Earth that she's able to be brought back out as Data and put in a clone body. So very clever. Yeah, very, very clever. I agree with you. I do agree with you. And it's like not the real River Song, and maybe she can, if they deal with like, I love the way they did this in Westworld, but if she can go and consult with her library version, right? That sort of thing would be really interesting, right? I could be up for that. Anyway, so it was very clever. We when every single day during the recording, your leading actor says, "This script is brilliant. You know you're on for a good thing." I don't trust anything anymore. Look, you can thank Russell, right? Russell just I don't trust you when you tell me something's brilliant, right? I'm sorry. You're on something brilliant. You know you're onto a good thing. Even better at the end of the day when Alex popped the script in a bag. She announced that she loved Last Words so much that she was taking it home to keep as a treasure. So I guess this is all one story, which much better, I guess. So how much is it for download? Yeah, $30. Really? I don't think so. So it's just Robert Valentine. It's 4 discs. I mean, I do like these longer stories, but I just don't think I'm invested enough in the character, frankly. Right? I really don't. Anything else going with Big Finish? No. Look, War Doctor Rises. Yeah, you got me on board for that. I like Jonathan Carey. Right? I love. When is that? When is that coming out? Did I pre-order it yet? Volumes 1 and 2. No, wrong thing. Bundle. War Doctor Rises. So when is this? Number 1 is August. Yeah, this I will totally get. Right? This is like 3 discs probably. Yeah, this I'll totally get. I like Jonathan Carey's War Doctor. I like that they're doing it as a single story. I think that's really a much better way to go with these things. Anyway, fine. River Song's back. Fine, we saw that. Anything new over there? Like, why? Right? Let's look at their random thoughts on the trailer. Let's see what the Brain Trust has to say. So blah 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 blah. Space. Oh, we did all this already. Oh, leave us alone. I mean that with all sincerity. Doctor Who Season 1 or 14 or 40. Disney are confusion explain. I don't need to confuse. Former Doctor actor wants to play classic Time Lord villain in Scooty Gatway era. I don't know. I have to listen to that audio, right? Who is Dr. Velek, TNG Romulan in Star Trek Discovery? Who cares? What? Fine, this is one I wanted to look at. Here, 1 second. Okay, this really looks dumb. I'm sorry. All right, this really looks dumb. It's not good, mate. It's not. This genuinely really looks dumb. Doctor Who Theory reveals the secret TARDIS and Time Lord hidden in Season 1's trailer. You're saying that's a TARDIS? Season 1 trailer offers what looks like what's in store and a blink and you miss it shot that could hint the Time Lord's return. Are you saying she's the meddling monk? Well, I don't know how they identify. See, everything's so fucked up with this shit. Doctor Who Season 1 trailer appears to show both a secret TARDIS and a potentially a Time Lord that's potentially a Time Lord. The most recent trailer offers a fresh look at what to expect from the Ncuti Gatwa upcoming debut season of the 15th Doctor. Seems to be lots of mugging into camera to me. Among the many new images seen in the clip is one that looks like a never seen before TARDIS and its owner. So where is this? So we have Doctor Who will Gatwa team up with Ruby Sunday, but not for long. To go on adventure just through 7 weeks. Inevitably, the pair will encounter a whole new host of monsters enemy. The upcoming season's villains is already known thanks to a brief shot from the from season 1. Their status as Time Lords have been confirmed. Who? One of the upcoming villains is already known, and thanks to a brief shot from Doctor Who season 1 trailer, the season 14 trailer, their status of the time has been who? Doctor Who Season 1 trailer, a piano TARDIS and Jinx Monsoon as a Time Lord. How's this been confirmed? Fuck off, I hope not. It could be, could the Doctor about to come up against one of his own people? She's got these weird, note-like powers, right? That doesn't seem very Time Lordy. Right, yeah. I mean, these weird, see, it makes these notes come real. It just looks... Looks more toy makery to me, right? So you're saying how's it confirmed? As well as showing shots of dinosaurs, Regency era, and a group of talking babes. Also shows some Jinx Monsoon, RuPaul Drag Race winner off. New season was announced back in April 2023, and the star is set to appear in the musically themed episode "The Devil's Chord." The recent trailer finally gave a glimpse at Monsoon's character. In a brief yet immiscient shot, Monsoon appears to be behind a piano, or rather emerging from it. Well, that doesn't mean it's a TARDIS. It's a really dumb idea. Right? Monsoon's upper body is visible. Okay, we saw... so TARDIS person... It's just, I can't believe you're still going on it. Playing a Time Lord might signal Whittaker era retcon. Who is this insane person? Callum Jones, mate, you need to take a chill pill. It's not a TARDIS. I mean, unless it is, I doubt it's a TARDIS. It's hard from hard scientific fact, is it? So what is this the same thing? Is Craig Elwood going to tell me the same thing? Oh God, look, it's so stupid. The main villain of season 14 remains unknown, but a clue was found. Blah blah blah. What's your clue? Villain is approaching storm. Okay. Doctor Who's trailer footage. Ominous cloud of dust crawling along the streets, mirroring a scene from a disaster. The narration at the top says, "There's a storm coming in." Before a trailer cuts to Jinx Monsoon's character speaking for the first time. You called. The editing here heavily implies that Monsoon's again. There could be anything. Why Doctor Who's Jinx Monsoon theories may not come true? Because they're full of shit, and who gives a shit, right? Other details hint Monsoon will play a one-time Doctor Who villain. That's much more likely. I mean, they had to beg, Jinx to do this. Not good. Not good. No. none of this is good. Fine. What else we got? What's going on over here? Alien Ron talks about. I'll talk about this another time. See if there's any. Let's do the search for Doctor Who. See if there's anything in the jugles. Billy Piper speaks out Chris Eccleston's hard time making Doctor Who. Well, it was sad. Doctor Who enjoys massively popular game show. What? BBC crossover. What? What's going on? Doctor Who enjoys massively popular game in huge BBC crossover. Doctor Who characters have officially joined the Roblox alongside a host of other familiar faces from across BBC as the Broadcasting Corporation launches Wonder Chase video game. Accessible via the wildly popular children's game platform PC Mobile, PlayStation, Xbox. By the way, my son's fiance bought him a Nintendo Switch. Man, that thing is cool. I'm very impressed with that. Wonder Central serves as a hub world for experiences where players can find Roblox incarnations of Louis Theroux, Zara Demott, and CBBC's Hacker T Dog, among other portals and more specific zones. These include Total Sport, an island theme for Match of the Day, Tiny Planet, which shrinks them down to nature from Liz Bonin and Steve Baxter, and Festive Park, a celebration of whatever. One of the most popular editions is going to be the Deep Space Zone, with an otherworldly map featuring shooting out with Millie Gibson's Ruby Sunday. We'll be also tracking down a mysterious goblin. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, let's get the official trailer. Hang on. Copy link address. I mean, it's not really for me, but it sounds pretty cool. I just think they're expecting this era of Doctor Who to be much more successful than it's going to be, right? Like I was, right? Like we all were. I don't think that. I just don't think it's going to work out that well. Honestly, I really don't. I got a bit of a headache already, but okay, it's not for me. I understand. I mean, this is what I think the BBC should be doing, frankly. And look, what's that sticker? This is definitely good product placement. Time will tell. All right. This is definitely good product placement. Yeah. Generally speaking, a good idea. Honestly, it just occurs to me, I was saying this the other day, this new version of Doctor Who is TikTok Doctor Who, TikTok's version of what Doctor Who would be, right? And I said, they should just make a TikTok season, right? And they would be much happier. They should do that with a bunch of shows. That's like a revolutionary way to go. So, what are the 10 worst episodes? I mean, it's Kill the Moon. I mean, you would have to exclude, all of Jodie Whittaker's ones, right? I mean, Aliens on World War III. What are you talking about? That was great. Okay, I'm not even going to read their rationale. Last Experiment. Yeah, that was shit special effects. Orphan 55 is worse, right? Nightmare in Silver, Orphan 55 is way worse, right? Kill the Moon. Better than Orphan 55, even though it was shit, right? But okay, Battle of Ranskor of Kolos is worse than Orphan 55, right? Okay, that's Long Game is way better than Orphan 55. Fear Her, but then okay, it's still better than Orphan 55. Doctor with the Mora was way better than Orphan 55. Forest of the Night, marginally better than Orphan 55. I mean, Commander was great. Orphan 55, the worst story of all time. Jodie Whittaker only got 2. What about Arachnids in the UK? Are you out your mind? Hang on 1 second. Doctor Who episode guide. Fine. Can we do a list, a ranking of the worst Jodie? Let's see Jodie Whittaker's episodes, right? Where are they? Fine. Well, let's do that. Okay, I think this is a good plan. You know, they have, as Khan says, they task me. And I will have my vengeance. Fine, so let's start over here and we'll share the screen. Fortunately, they didn't make that many. I'll say fortunately, many were on many levels. The woman who fell to earth. What? Actually, honestly, while being bland shit, I wasn't that bad. And I thought the Ghost Monument was actually nearly a good episode. Then we got Rosa. Oh, racist shit. Right? Absolute racist shit. Then you got Arachnids in the UK. Worse. Arachnid. Oh, I don't know. I'm doing this the wrong way around. I'm doing the worst episodes, not the best episodes. Right? Doing. So Ghost Monument is probably going to be one that would be up there among the best. And then we do Arachnids in the UK. Arachnids in the UK. Okay. UKL. The Surunga Conundrum is marginally less awful. How am I spelling this? Was it the TSURCTSUR? I fucking hate these names, right? ANGA. Oh, Conundrum. Conundrum was a good episode of Deep Space, Star Trek, I should say. Demons of the Punjab. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. What's worse? I mean, this is really hard. Okay, Demons of the Punjab is better than Saranga. Okay, Demons of the Punjab. Okay. Then we got Kablam. That was a weird episode that didn't make any sense, right? Kablam. Right, but there's been so many worse ones. Witchfinders, about the same, I'll say. Witchfinders, same levels here. It takes you away. Oh, 1 second. That's a whole new level of shit. Okay, that is It goes here. It takes you away. Oh, look, another bad father. Isn't that fun? It takes toy away. It takes you. I mean, it's such a bad title. Takes you away. All right. I mean, it really is. It really genuinely is. And then you got God. Battle of, that's a pretty darn bad one. Demons. So they got Battle of. That's a pretty darn bad one. I mean, I think it goes over here, right? Just because there's so many bad episodes. The Battle of bloody hell. Ranskor. Oh, God. I mean, this is just agony of Kolos. Right? Arachnids. There you go. Arachnids is up there with. So Resolution was one of their better ones. So I'm going to say, I'll put it over here. Resolution, and it was shit. Okay, when no one's arguing, it was shit. Where's the next season? Season 12. Spyfall. Spyfall was one of their better episodes as well. I mean, like, they were all shit. But I'll put it above Resolution. But they're still shit. Spyfall 1 and 2. We're going to put them together. Orphan 55. Dying. Beats Arachnids and Orphan 55. Yeah, this is a bad season. Nikolai Tesla's Night of Terror. Boring shit. Oh. Yeah. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. I mean, it's just such a bad title. It's breathtakingly awful, right? Fugitive of the Jadoon. This is one they say is one of their bestest ever, and it really isn't. I mean, it introduces the whole Fugitive Doctor, which they do very badly, right? Where to put that? But other than that, it's the average shit episode, better than normal, right? So you got to weigh up canon destroying with like general proficiency, right? So where would you go on this? I think average it out for us. So canon destroying, give it like a minor, like give it a 10 in shitness, right? For proficiency, give it a 7, give it a 3. All right. The lower score being better. Right. So 13 divided into 2, 6, 9. Okay, fine. So it goes over here, right? Man, a fugitive of the Jews. I thought I'd go here. Fugitive of the Jew. And it's basically so high up and so low down because of those two issues, right? But then we have Praxius. Fuck me. That's really up there. I mean, again, the racism of it. Praxius. Can you hear me? Fuck that. It goes right here, baby. Can you hear me? Unfortunately, the answer is yes. The Hoarding of Villa Dildo. That one was really okay. That was a better one, right? And it was really hurt only by Whitaker's performance, right? And the regulars and it being shit, right? Other than it being shit, it was okay. So I'm going to put it over here. Let's move this over here so I can just read it. The Haunting of Villa Dildo, which is what I'm calling it. Okay, that's just the word for it now. The Haunting. There you go, Villa Dildo. Ascension of the Cybermen. Well, yeah, there's a lot good about that. I like the Cybermen about that, but it's still like generally shit. So it's got to go higher up. Yeah, look here. Ascension of the Cybermen and Timeless Children. Oh, that's way up here. Fine. Number 2 or number 1? Timeless Children. Okay. And then there was Revolution of the Dalek. Right. Again, one of their least shit episodes. Revolution of the Dalek. So after we do this list, we're going to go over their list again, right? And we're going to see if any of these ones, if any of the ones on the list are worse than anything in the top 10, I guess. Or maybe, let's see. I want to see how many we get that are Jodie episodes that are worse than the ones then they list as the worstest episode. So Revolution of the Dalek, I mean, saved by Captain Jack, essentially. Fine, so let's go to the next year. So now we're on to Flux, which I honestly, I think they got better as they went along, right? They finally worked out how not to be a complete fuck up, right? Doctor Who Flux. So I don't know, should you do Flux as one story or as 6 stories? I'm going to say one story, right? Because it's one narrative. Now, is it any good? Okay, so it is, okay. Here's what they have in the plus. It is epic. If it's one huge story, it is an epic story. And they had very good cliffhangers, right? They had a lot good about it with the Carvenists. Now, what's always destroying it, though, is it's Jodie Whittaker, right? Essentially, Jodie Whittaker's performance, right? But that's Jodie Whittaker's performance and Chibnall's like very poor writing, right? But that's much less. I'm going to put it like Flux over here. That's probably the best thing they did. Oh, it's up there, right? It's up there. It's totally up. Should I do it individually? No, let's do it as one thing. I mean, it's much less of a headache, quite frankly. But yeah, I'm going to say Flux is the best thing they did. And the specials, what the one they did? Eve of the Daleks is the best thing they did. Look, Eve of the Daleks. Right? Legend of the Sea Devils. That goes way up here. That's really bad. Legend of the Sea Devils. It's really bad. I mean, it makes what's the name look like Shakespeare. Makes I was going to say Underwater Menace. No, I'm thinking of Warriors of the Deep. It makes Warriors of the Deep look like Shakespeare, genuinely, right? And the Power of the Doctor, yeah, that's the best one of the Doctor, right? So this is a list of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. Let me save this. Shit is the best, right? So we do put it on the desktop. Where is it? There we go. Jodie Whittaker rankings. Fine. So now we got this list, right? Let us now compare it to that article. Let's see if any of these ones, all right, was worse. So hang on one second. We start with. So we go. It starts with. Aliens London. No, Aliens London is better than everything on that. It's better than Power of the Doctor, right? Easily. Lazarus Experiment, better than Power of the Doctor. Easily. Nightmare and Silver is better than Power of the Doctor. Easily. Kill the Moon, better than Power of the Doctor. Only just. Not easily. Battle of Angkor, well, you're on the list already, darling. Long Game, way better than Power of the Doctor. Fear Her, better than Power of the Doctor. Doctor Who, better than Power of the Doctor. For the Night, marginally better than Power of the Doctor. Maybe even not, right? I don't know. That was a pretty bad one. All 55, worse than Power of the Doctor. So that none of them even touched the. Are you out your mind? Right. I mean, like, this is totally the ranking of Doctor Who. I am correct on this. But yeah, Lil, all things don't seem great at Cardiff. Yeah, can I reboot? There we go. Man, at first I thought this was Billie Piper. I was like, fuck me. She's looking rough. Right? I mean, this is really looks like it's intimating it's Billie Piper. So no, this is a former Newsnight producer, not Billie Piper. Right? So Billie Piper speaks out Chris Eccleston's hard time making Doctor Who. I knew I was struggling, Piper told, exclusively told The Independent. That's really sad, right? I mean, it's like, something that does genuinely upset me is seeing how Chris really wasn't looked after, right? And I get, look, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I think they were, really inventing a new style of television that hadn't been done before in the UK, right? And I think there was a lot of pressure on that. And I think dealing with Chris was one of the things that fell through the cracks. They really should have a producer just to deal with him. But he felt very adrift. He clearly didn't understand the character. And he needed more direction on the character. And he felt he only really got it by the time he got Moffat's script, right? Honestly, I think it would have been a great idea to have Chris hang out for a few days with each of the writers of that. Like Mark Gatiss would say, "What is Doctor Who to him?" And then you would have he would hang out with Stephen Moffat. He'll say, "What's Doctor like?" And have all these people who really understand. Paul Cornell, who actually people do understand Doctor Who, right? Explain to, and I think that would have built more of a camaraderie, and also I don't think this particularly helped his mental his mental health, right? But okay, I'm putting words in my mouth. I haven't read this. Let's see what we have to what they actually have to say. By Avid Sneak Boys saying he really watched Are You Being Served? It's much dirtier than remember. Oh God. See, that's when TV was great, where you could be dirty and it was fine. Oh, don't you remember Mrs. Slocum talking about pussy all the time? Like every week, right? Every week, he said, "Oh, my pussy! Oh, it needed a good stroke." Whatever. And I never got it. And I remember my parents looking at me and laughing hysterically. Oh, God, do you remember when TV was fun and innocent and dirty all at the same time? Oh, Billy Piper has spoken about the sadness he felt when hearing Chris Eccles struggle while making Doctor Who, their Doctor Who 2005 series together. Their 2005 series Doctor Who together. Age 23, the actress starred in a career-making role as Rose Tyler. I forgot she was that young. And it was a career-making role. I mean, look. She wasn't coming from nowhere. She would just been in Canterbury Tales, and that's all I didn't even see Canterbury Tales. I just went to watch it, or the clips of her in it, because I knew she was in Doctor Who. Like, just the same way I watched Casanova, because I really thought David Tennant was going to be the new Doctor Who, right? But yeah, I know she like heard she was a music career. I had a music career. I heard a bunch of people were nervous because of that. She was excellent. It was a career-making role. I forgot she was so young, right? And also she was just divorced a year earlier or something. She's had a very tumultuous few years, as I recall, and she just really came out of it with Doctor Who. So age 23, the actor star in a career-making role of Rose Tyler, the commander Eccles as Doctor. She later, after several TV award wins, returned to the show alongside the 10th Doctor David Tennant. Well, last year she appeared at a fan convention alongside Eccleston, who gave a negative opinion on 2000, calling it a mess. Right, the series was a mess, and it wasn't to do with me or Billy. It was the people who were supposed to make it. He hates the production team. Right? Oh my God! Yeah, listen. If I became Emperor of the World, right, and I would mostly, after, dealing with all the corruption around the world quite easily, I would put my focus into media, main focus into Doctor Who. So if I was making Doctor Who and called Chris up and say, "Hey, Chris, do you want to come back for like a movie of the week for Doctor Who? Flashback or something? Yeah, we'll bring you back for some reason. But you'll be your own man, right? You'll be in your own thing. Do you want to do it?" He said, "Yeah." He hates the production team, right? And it's tragic he hates them so much. I understand it. He's probably got fucked over. That's why. He said at the time, revealing that he would only return to the show if Rusty Day was sacked. or he wasn't working for him. Speaking of the Independent, Piper said that she was unaware how negatively Excellent felt about this. Well, how about it was him leaving it like destroyed his life, right? Really disgustingly, right? The BBC destroyed his fucking life. They blackballed him. He wasn't able to work in the UK. He had to go to America. Had to star in like G.I. Joe. Was it G.I. Joe 3 or some shit? And Thor 2, and he hated every minute of it. And then he made it to a very good show called The Leftovers, all right, and gave a really great performance all the way through that. But he always does. Man, that Leftovers is a great show. It's a real slow burn, right? Real slow burn. I now know he was having a hard time, but I'm not sure I understood at the time how troubled he was with it all. Again, Billy Bob was like 23, and she was like divorced and had all this like shit with her life about being starved during her music career. I was going through a lot. Okay, this shit. I'm going through a lot of personal stuff. I think that's where my focus was. I was really close to those guys, the whole production team. Really. Again, it's so sad because it really feels like Jane Tranter, Julie Gardner. Well, it was more Julie Gardner, Phil Eccleston, whatever his name is, and Rusty Davis, right? The three who ruled as one. But they really felt like it was they felt happy. But again, Chris just didn't make it to that equation, right? It was just something. I think it's something that fell through the cracks, essentially. I think if they just arranged for Chris to talk to people to feel comfortable about the character, I think that would have changed everything, right? I really do, right? And have somebody who he can talk to air out his concerns, right? I think that would have made a huge difference. But who knows? Who knew going back then, right? She mentioned she was slightly swept up in the starriness of a big screen debut. She wasn't focused on the interpersonal grievances within the crew. It was one of my first big acting films. So I was like, "Hey!" I mean, she was having so much fun. That's really one of the fun things about, and I think what's different about this current era, the joy they had seemed much more genuine. Right. Here it seems like much more false because they've been told to be happy, right? But I think a big reason for that joy is because people didn't expect it to do as gangbusters as it did, right? It's crazy how good it did. I think it shocked everybody. Its success has shocked everybody, all right, including Rusty Davis. So I was like, way, grateful, loving it. Can't believe I'm finally doing the job I want. Can't believe I'm working with all these incredible people. Can't believe I'm working with Chris Wacker. Can't believe I'm rebooting a British classic. I can totally see that, right? I can totally see that's why she was like swept up in it. And now she looks back and she sees like how much Christopher was suffering, and it really taints that memory. It's sad. Right, it's really sad. Scoop! Somebody else told me to look at it. So she's her and Gillian Anderson. Okay, I think I might have to look at that. Fuck, 1 second. We'll put up the trailer in a minute. It was kind of sad to hear that. Really, I knew he was struggling, but yeah, I thought it was just scheduling and things like that, which were often tricky part of what we do. Piper didn't hesitate to say she was delighted to return to the Hooniverse. I want to go back as a full-time thing, but I'd love to make another appearance, she said. So she's in Netflix new film Scoop, which depicts the events behind Prince Andrew's infamous car crash. Use that interview with BBC broadcaster, mateless played by the Crown's Gillian Anderson. Okay. I Hate Susie actor plays Newsnight's interview booker who is the author of the book the film is based on. Scoop behind it. Okay. I'm kind of intrigued. Yeah, I think I would like to see that, right? I do think I would like to see that. Fine. So yeah, look, this brings up an interesting point. Was it a toxic workplace? Well, for some, yes. For some, no. I don't think it was toxic for John Barrowman getting his dick out. Although some people may have found it so, right? I don't know. I just wish they had. I just wish Eccleston was treated more with like kid gloves. You know, I remind of a line in Mad Men when somebody wrangles the Uber creator Don Draper, the creative director of the Sterling Cooper company. Very important. And they have this account man who's like very powerful, but also somewhat younger than him. Oh, they got a complicated history. He says, they said, don't mess with him. That's some expensive horse flesh. It's kind of the same thing, talking about Don Draper. Kind of the same thing I think about Christopher Eccleston, Doctor Who. That's some expensive horse flesh you're wrangling there, mate. Expensive horse flesh. And then BBC pulls out that Buddy Pipe said she'll like do mock Doctor Who. Samuel says he wants to play always alongside Shooty Gatwa. Well, everybody wants a job, mate. You know, and still, I've listened to your thing and I haven't heard you yet. Doctor Who, the moment kind of discover the universe is chaos. Nah, give that a skip. What else we got? Here we go. New Doctor Who series launches from Titan Comics in June. I like that launching with Cybermen. Dan Waters and Kelsey Ramsey take on the 15th Doctor. I'm glad they got a new creative team because the last one was awful. What's Dan Waters done? The Six Fingers and Loki. I've never heard it. It's set to write the 15th Doctor series with Kelsey Grammer on the artwork. Okay, check out the covers made by variants by Artigem and Christopher Jones. I guess I'll review them when they come out, right? Let's have a look. Okay, you know, this is where AI has really hurt the world because I'm looking at that. I know it's hand painted, and I think, well, AI will probably be really good. No, Art Germ. This is AI. Then I think what's cover A? Art Germ. What is Art Germ? Art Germ. What? Is that a? Oh, it's an illustrated. I think. Stanley Art Germ Lau. Okay, it does look like him. Fine. Just doesn't look like his greatest work, perhaps. Where'd they go? Okay, and then there's this one. I really like to see what the interior art looks like, frankly. All right. But okay, look, they're starting with a classic monster. I certainly found the Doctor Who magazine strip being very lackluster. Right, so you get a free comic book. Okay, it'll be a free comic book story ahead of the first issue, following the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday. Waters and Ramsey will still be at the creative team behind the adventure. Fine. Pre-order the issue here. Comes out the 4th of May. Excited for the issue we'll be checking out. Let us know what you think. The editor's comment. As more and more fandoms move away from marginal support, they've... what? Are you excited for this new series? Will you be checking out? Let us know what you think on social media or in the comments below. Editor's comment. As more and more fandoms move away from marginal support, from the marginal that they offer to the LGBTQ plus community, it's exciting to see Doctor Who embrace it wholeheartedly. I'm here for it. Well, good for you. Most normal people aren't, sadly, right? Most normal people are not here for it. Of course, it's the Newsbeat. Yeah, most normal people are not here for it. Not going, yay. Well, this is going to be fan dabby double dozy. Right, this is going to be fan freaking tastic. Yay. No one's saying that, mate. No one's saying that. Here we got here. Doctor Who season. No, let me just make sure there's no new articles. Fine. I don't know how those covers got made. It blows my mind, right? It really blows my mind. Doctor Who's surprise return, the harsh truth of Rusty Davies and Moffat eras. What is the harsh truth? I'm intrigued. Color me intrigued, baby. Stephen Moffat is returning to Doctor Who to write an episode. However, his comeback emphasizes the harsh truth of his and Davis's eras. What's the harsh truth? That was successful? Stephen Moffat is making Doctor Who come back, but the return to the show highlights the harsh reality of both his and Russell T Davies eras. It was recently announced that former showrunner Moffat had penned an episode for an upcoming season 14 story. Season 1, baby. Season 14? No, season 1, baby. If I pour let me pour my rest of my coffee into my ice. I haven't got much left. The ice and iced tea. Should turn it into iced coffee for the last bit of it. There you go. There you go. Always thinking, baby. There is no opposition on the genius switch. That's all you need to know. Fine, where we're up to. So it's going to be season 1. Moffat has the good news to many. It also risks a return to a few problems that plagued his era and his predecessor. Like what? Oh, neither that. Season 14, we'll see Rusty Davies once again assuming the role of Doctor Who's showrunner, and he's writing like 6 of the 8 episodes, I believe. Having previously helmed the show in 2005 and 2010. To help him out, he's called upon yes, this is get your fucking point, you. Oh God, it's agony. How can I futz around for as long as humanly possible before I get to a point? Do they pay you by word? Oh, dumb cunt. Anyway, I don't know. You're dumb. Maybe you're not a dumb cunt. You're just acting. I'm not a real dumb cunt. I just play one on TV. Who ran from 2017. Moffat will be writing an upcoming shooting Calvary episode, obviously, the details of which remain unknown, we know. However, Moffat's return flags a hard... Fuck me! Okay, past truth about modern Doctor Who that's hard to swallow. Moffat and Davies rely too much on each other. Fine, so it's taken them 1, 2. Okay, it seemed longer. It seemed longer because they were just annoying me. So what do you mean? I mean, they're both good writing Doctor Who, so yeah. Ross Davies' first era as Doctor Who showrunner is often considered a golden age. And it was a golden age of the show. Whether you liked it or not, it was a golden age of the show. During his initial time in charge, Davies successfully resurrected the show from cancellation in 1989 and restored it to its popularity and enjoyed since the early 70s. I'll say beyond that, really. Davies achieved this by putting emphasis on world building. In fact, at one point in the late 2000s, Doctor Who had formed a shared multiverse with Torchwood and Sarah Jane Adventures. Yeah. But at the heart of it, right, was a great stories. Great stories about characters that you cared about, right? Okay, so can you make a bloody point, okay? On the whole, Moffat's approach to season, blah, 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 rivers on, blah, blah, blah. Moffat gave the impression that he was making things up as he went along. No, he didn't. Though it continued through... okay, whatever. Okay, now... I got to reload the page. This is the best Moffat-Davies pairing possible, right? So, in the hard reality of modern Doctor Who is that Davies and Moffat rely on each other to cancel the other one out. Davies isn't it? Okay, this is a dumb theory that doesn't work in any way. It's just a dumb theory. Like what? Like by generation, blah, blah, blah. They're by generation followed by Jodie. Off. That's a dumb theory. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.